welcome back. For those of you that just tuned in, I'm your host, Suri Smith, coming to you from the Motorrad showroom at Santon Auto. Up next, we at the talk show could not contain ourselves when we heard that the new X3 was going to be launching soon. And when we got the invite and it was time, we grabbed our cameras and we headed on over to George to capture everything. Check this one out. We are in George for the launch of the third generation BMW X3, and today we have the pleasure of testing out the M40i. Now we know that she's beautiful on the eye and promises great adventures. I'm eager to show you guys exactly what this beauty has to offer. The interior is absolutely gorgeous. Lovely blend of materials, gorgeous color that you can choose, nice leather and carbon fiber coming through, nice chrome, everything, but everything falls to hand. And with the raised seating position, you absolutely feel like you are the king of the road. Now let me run through some of the features that immediately falls to my eye. There's a button that you can press where you can choose whether you want all your intelligent safety on or off. Now your intelligent safety is just your added features that you get that has like your pedestrian detect and your blind spot monitoring and so forth, just to also assist with what's going on around the vehicle. Apart from that, you get navigation, you get a reverse camera, but I'm not just talking about a reverse camera, you get an eagle's eye view of what's going on around you. And then there's also a button that you can press that conveniently assists you if you're going to be parking, and then you've got your lane assist, so whenever you're steering out of the lanes, then your vehicle will also be letting you know of that. Your seats are electrically operated. If you just put your hand on the side of the seat at the bottom, then you'll feel there's a seat on the seat, and if you press the bottom part, then the bottom part moves. If you press the back part, then the back part moves. And then there's also a button that you can press that actually allows the seat to fold in on you, so you feel more snug within your seat. Absolute comfortable seating to the max. And if you're going to be traveling long distance, then you'll definitely enjoy not only the great seating position but also the driving assistance. This car, I mean, it's a bear. It just brings out the child in you. There's no way that your heart does not smile when you put your foot down in this car, honestly. Now you've got different driving modes that you can choose from. You've got your eco mode, your comfort mode, and your sport mode. And then you also get a heads-up display, which is a display right in front of you that will show you how fast you're going, how many kilometers you still have to drive. Like if you have connected your navigation, then it will show you in 3.8 kilometers you need to turn. It even shows you the arrow, and then it also shows you how fast you're supposed to be going. Then you've also got a really cool digital display in front of you. Just if you look through the steering wheel, there's a nice clock and also the temperature, your rev gauge, and also your fuel gauge, so you can see also what is going on with your vehicle in front of you. Now you've got a multifunctional steering wheel. Through your multifunctional steering wheel, you're able to select things like your different driving assistant modes and your lane assist, your cruise control. I mean, you can select your volume level, so if you've already connected your phone through Bluetooth, then you can also operate your phone through your steering wheel. Super convenient. Got a nice armrest, as I said, and if you open it up, nice volume inside to also store your little bits. And then you've also got a auxiliary and USB input in the middle. If you don't want to make use of that, then you can conveniently lay down your phone in the other middle part, which is just in the middle console, just above your gear lever. And now there they've actually made a space for your smartphone where you can also charge it and then just put your phone down there and connect your phone from there. And then this vehicle also has a sunroof, but it opens up all the way, and it just gives you such an open feeling once it's opened up all the way. Absolutely lovely. Your back passengers will feel thoroughly relaxed and just enjoying the view, really, because if that's open, your all-round visibility is already great, and with that you just see the clouds. If you're traveling at night, you'll see the stars. It just adds to that amazingness. You've also got an SOS button that you can press should you be in an emergency. However, if your vehicle is in a car crash, then it will automatically dial for some roadside assistance. Absolutely a pleasure to drive. You can feel the whole time how responsive this vehicle is. If you put your foot down, it moves. If you're cornering, it grips. And you know that you're able to go off-road and have a whole lot of fun. So we have finally joined up with Edward Makwana. He's the Group Product Communications Manager for BMW South Africa. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Suri, for having us.
I'm super excited. I've been loving traveling around in that beautiful, gorgeous machine of a car. Can you tell us a little bit more about the third generation?
Well, obviously, as you said, the third generation, the car that really established the mid-size SAV segment in 2003. And of course in 2010 we then went on to the second generation, and now the third generation, and 1.5 million cars sold worldwide within the three generations. And also quite interestingly as well, obviously, as you would have heard from our CEO Tim Abbott last night at the press conference, just an uptake that we're seeing with the SUVs, SAVs in our vocabulary.
Yeah.
34% of our global sales being X models. So just showing you just how the trend of X models is growing. SUVs,
it does make
SUVs,
sense though with our road conditions.
Absolutely, and it differs from market to market. And of course, in terms of just the product substance, a lot more product substance, a lot more technological updates as well. What you would have seen with the 7 Series, 5 Series, a lot of it carried into the X3. So also in terms of the engine lineup, so just some updates here and there.
Yeah,
so,
I was actually going to ask you, what are some of the changes that the viewers can look out
absolutely.
for?
So obviously with the entry-level xDrive 20D still remains as is, the 2-litre 4-cylinder engine, and then you've got the 30i, which now then succeeds the xDrive 28i from the previous generation. So we've upped the kilowatts a bit there, about 5 kilowatts or so. And then we've got the 30D, the award-winning 6-cylinder, 3-litre 6-cylinder engine, which we've also upped the output and dropped the fuel consumption, remaining true to our promise of more power but less fuel consumption with our efficient dynamic strategy. And of course, for the first time ever, an M performance model joining the lineup. To shake things up in the segment.
I was smiling like a child the whole time I was driving it.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Just from the cold start, the growling sound, and once you find yourself on those lovely dynamic twisty roads, it really sticks to those, wherever you point it.
I want to elaborate a little bit on that, because I at one point put all systems on. There's that little button in the middle that you press and it puts all the driving assistance on. It really feels like the car is just glued to the road, even when you're cornering, and then you see the steering wheel doing this because it's assisting you. What is new in terms of the driving assistance?
Look, again, it's also just trying to lead the way, or just give a taste of what to expect when autonomous driving comes in. So those features, some of these semi-autonomous driving features that are being brought into the new X3. things like lane departure warning and so forth, navigation standard in the entry-level models and so forth. And you'll find that the more you go to our higher end models, we've also tried to keep more standard models as well. So because it's just a different price ranges that you're playing in, and again, value for money quite being a very important aspect here. And really, the X3 really giving that balance of on-road and off-road, as you would have seen with the layout of the routes that we have today. So all types of different types of customers and circumstances, this car will certainly address those needs.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Edward. And you guys will be seeing the review soon. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of our show, but do tune in again next week when we'll start up our engines once again. Until then, from me, Suri Smith, buckle up and drive safe.